video we're going to look quickly at the AQA Maths GCSE Worksheet, Geometry and Measure. We'll look at the first question, question 1, which is based on angles. And as you can see, the question asks you to identify what is an obtuse, acute or reflex angle. So let's have a look. The first part of the question is to identify which object is an obtuse angle, and we've just drawn 90 degrees on there because the difference between an acute and an obtuse angle is whether it's above or below this measure. So as you can see here, the third object is actually a right angle, and we can see that from the sign that we've created. So that's definitely not one of these angles that it's actually asking us to identify. So we can cross that out. It's not going to be that one. So if we have a look at the other angles, we can see that we need to look for an angle that's greater than 90 degrees, as an obtuse angle equals greater than 90 degrees. Don't forget that an obtuse angle is over 90 degrees, but still has to be less than 180 degrees, as that becomes a different type of angle. An acute angle is less than 90 degrees, so anything between 0 and 90 is an acute angle. For this part of the question, let's have a look at what is an obtuse angle and what is an acute angle. Obviously, we're only looking at angles that are less than 180 degrees, and for an acute angle, it's less than 90. And if we have a look at this object here, we can see in this example, x is actually greater than 90, but less than 180, which would be a straight line. So therefore, it's the obtuse angle. This object here is less than 90 degrees. So therefore, that's the acute angle. If we just demonstrate that, x equals greater than 90, but less than 180. And in this one, w equals less than 90, therefore it equals an acute angle. So we've identified the obtuse and acute angle, which leaves the reflex angle, which must be this object here. However, let's just have a look to see why it's a reflex angle. We'll notice that the angle is over 90 degrees, so it can't be an acute angle. It's also over 180 degrees, so it can't be an obtuse angle, which would be between 90 and 180. Therefore, it's a reflex angle. A reflex angle is over 180 degrees, but less than 360. And that's the first question. We can move on to the second question in the next part of the video.